Armin Morattab lost his twin brother and his sister-in-law in that crash, and he joins us now in Montreal. Armin, thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you, Natasha.
Armin, we were just showing clips of that very powerful ceremony that took place earlier today. And I wonder, for you watching at home, what was going through your mind as people were reliving the pain that they have been going through for the past 2 years?
Well, today remembers me like the last day that I had the last contacts with my brother when he was in the airport. And, when an anniversary comes, when a memory, you remember something that triggers your memory, it's like it's renewed a pain that we have. And today, the anniversary was held by the Association of the Families, remembering all those innocent souls that were killed on January 8, 2020, by 2 IRGC missiles. And it's a pity that we lost all those beautiful minds, like great people that could contribute to the world, to Canadians, to us, to be with their families in the holidays. Like this time of year is the time that families get together, have fun, just relax. But every moment we feel their absence, and it's very sad.
What is it that you want at this stage, Armin? Is there justice? Is there anything that you want from either the Canadian government or the Iranian government?
Yes, so we seek justice. So that's the main thing that us, as the family members of the victims, are seeking these days for our beloved ones is truth and justice. So we know that since the beginning, the investigation of this criminal act has been given to the murderers, and this is not acceptable. So this is like a conflict of interest. There's no independent jurisdiction system inside Iran who can do this investigation, or like the independent court who could take like those who were responsible to the trials, to the court. And now we see that, like after 2 years, like we have been saying this since the beginning, but now after 2 years, we see that everyone, all the countries are disappointed about Iran's behavior. And I guess the next step is to take Iranian regime to ICAO and International Court of Justice, and probably International Criminal Court.
What do you think about how the Canadian government has handled this?
Well, in my personal opinion, the Canadian government, for justice, like the progress has been very slow, like as has been presented by Dr. Hamed Esmailioun. We are impatient now. Like our patience is finished. Like we are taking this as citizens for 2 years, pushing it in every avenue that we can, but we are like ordinary people, and there's a government that should put all the tools that it has its hands, all the efforts that they can to follow justice for Canadians. And I think they haven't used all the tools that they have. Let's say the Magnitsky Act for the perpetrators. They could take those individuals in the list of the human right violators. There is no sanctions on. There's no IRGC. They haven't put them on the list of the terrorist group. Those are the criminals that they did this crime, and they have to be put pressure on them. And also RCMP has refused so far to open a criminal case for Canadians. I know this happened outside of Canada, but that is one of the responsibilities of the RCMP, to go and follow the evidences, to get the evidences. Like we as an association, as individuals, we could go and find some of the evidences. How come that RCMP refuses to open a criminal case
Armin,
with
so let
all
me
the
ask
power
you
that they
that.
have?
I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but let me ask you, why do you think the Canadian government has been slow, and why do you think the RCMP has been reluctant?
Well, for the government of Canada, it's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of procedures that they need to do. Like I don't know, there are a lot of other works that they're doing because of the COVID. Like it's a lot of changes in the government and people who are responsible to follow up this. There's lack of collaboration with the other governments, such as Ukraine. So we know that we have a criminal case open in Ukraine, but RCMP and the government like haven't been contributing to the case efficiently so far. So I guess like there are other priorities for the government of Canada, and that's why they probably have a slow action on this important issue for justice for Canadians.
Armin, before I let you go, I'd like to talk a bit more about your twin brother that you lost and your sister-in-law, as much as you're comfortable sharing. But, it struck me that, our siblings are our first friends. We feel so close to them. We grow up with them. And with twins, I often hear, there's a bond that nobody else can understand. And I wonder for you what it is like to have lost a twin, your other half in many ways.
Well, it's hard. Like as twins, I feel it when I remember the memories that I had with Arvin and Ida. It's like I lost a half of myself. It's like we have been together for 35 years. Like all the moments of life, all the good memories, bad memories, we have been together and supporting each other. We were enjoying to go out to enjoy life, like to go to trip, to go, I don't know, for a walk, for a ski, for camping, like returning back to country to visit family, like back in school. Everything comes, like anything that I remember about them is good memories, but at the same time I feel the absence, and that's make me sad. And the way that have been killed in such a like a way, it's at the same time it puts like it makes me to be full with rage and anger, because like those who did this to my brother and my sister-in-law still are walking and still continue with the brutal actions that they have been doing for 43 years. And that is so sad.
Armin, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you for speaking with us. And I hope we can talk again as the story continues to move forward.
Thank you so much.
Armin Morattab joining us from Montreal.